The town of Sandwich will be 375 years old in 2014, and we have a year-long celebration of wonderful events planned. Hi, I'm DC Huntley, and one of these events is called the Bash Days, and that is bringing alive Sandwich history. It's going to cover 4 different periods: the 1600s, the 1700s, the 1800s, and the 1900s. And in previous programs, we've covered the first 3. And today, my guest is event manager Bill Daly. Hello.
And here we are again.
And
nice to be here.
It is. And we're going to be talking about the 1900s now.
We are indeed.
And it's been a long, wonderful, fun summer. So here we are at the 1900s.
We're starting to conclude. It's going to be August 23rd, 2014. Like a lot of our other events, we're going to have varied things throughout the day, starting at different times to appeal to different audiences. And the very first thing we're going to start off with at 9:30 is a scavenger hunt.
Oh boy.
And that's being put together. So
and is that for all ages?
That is for all ages. And this is not going to be with a smartphone. This is going to be the old-fashioned scavenger hunt.
Really?
So it'll be fun. But one of the big events we have going on that day is we're going to have Dodge McKnight visiting us.
I am not familiar with him.
Dodge McKnight was a very noted artist here in the early 1900s. From Sandwich, and he actually has spent a good deal of time in France, and he was an Impressionist artist. And he had done a lot of work with Van Gogh and the Impressionist artists from France as well. He came back with those skills, and he painted extensively here. So we're going to have his visage come back. We're going to have him working with some kids and painting instructions in front of the library. And we're also going to be collecting a lot of his paintings and have them on display at the Sandwich Public Library.
Oh, wow.
So it's going to be fun, and that'll be on display for a couple of weeks. But we're going to focus in on Dodge and his painting exhibit during that early morning period.
Well, I also see there's going to be a walking tour led by Thornton Burgess.
Thornton Burgess again will be on the scene, and he will be walking around town telling tales of what it was like when he was a young lad growing up here, showing us where he was born, where he went during the day, and where he had fun, and telling us about different homes along that walkway. So that's going to be great.
And once again, there's going to be people in period costumes walking around, and you can have your picture taken with them and
Indeed,
chat.
there will be. There will be, for sure. We're going to have another exhibit later in the afternoon for kids. We have a fellow coming down that's going to be doing songs and music dedicated really to young kids. Later in that day at 4 o'clock, we're going to have a one-woman performance by Judith Black at Town Hall. And she's going to portray what it was for a young wife whose husband was off fighting World War II in the Italian front. And she's going to really bring it all to life in terms of what life was like and what music was like. And then at the end of the day, we're going to finish up from 5 to 8 o'clock with a great block party.
Oh, wow. That
Down on
sounds
Jarvis
like fun.
Street. So we're going to have a swing band to bring that era back.
Oh, what fun.
We're going to have Beth Tees as our focal point, because that was actually the USO office during World War II. So Beth and her people are getting ready for that, and they're going to make it look like a USO office again. And we're going to have a good deal of singing and dancing, a lot of fun that night.
Well, that sounds like a wonderful time, and thank you so much for coming on once again. And remember, this is going to be good for all ages, and if you want to find out what's happening, once again, go to the Go To It place, and that would be our website at sandwich375.com.